Accurexa is a biotechnology company focused on developing novel neurological therapies to be directly delivered into specific regions of the brain. Effective and safe delivery of therapeutics directly to the brain is often limited by the blood-brain barrier. To explain their programs in development is George Yu, Accurexa's CEO. Welcome back to New to the Street, George.
Thanks for having me here.
Yeah, okay, so for the viewers not familiar with Accurexa, I want you to start with a snapshot of the company. What is Accurexa all about, and what are some of the goals?
Sure, so Accurexa is a biotech company focused on the development of therapies that directly deliver drugs to the brain. And the delivery of drugs to the brain is not trivial because there's what's called a blood-brain barrier. It's a membrane that protects the brain from any drugs that can cross that barrier. So the traditional pharmaceutical model to use an oral tablet to carry your drug, through the intestines, through the liver, and ultimately through the blood to the brain is not applicable here and has its limits. And that's the reason why our approach to cross the blood-brain barrier is to use technologies like a neurosurgical device or a implantable wafer to directly deliver drugs to the brain.
So what are some of the brain disorders that you're treating with your approach?
So we're actually working on a program to treat brain cancer with the directed delivery of chemotherapy. And that's a therapy where we use an implantable wafer. It's a wafer that you implant into the tumor site. And then as the wafer degrades over time, it slowly releases a chemotherapy drug. So if you look at current standard of care, which is still using an oral tablet, the penetration of the chemotherapy is severely limited by the blood-brain barrier. And so you don't really achieve the necessary drug concentration at the tumor site. And you also have systemic side effects because a lot of the drug actually stays in the rest of your body.
Right. Cancer, it seems to affect everyone in some way or another. How many patients are affected by brain cancer specifically, and how big is the market opportunity?
So if you look at brain cancer today, there's about 20,000 patients that are unfortunately newly diagnosed with brain cancer in the US every year. For cancer, that's a relatively small patient population, but it's been classified as what's called an orphan drug disease, which also allows drug developers to enjoy certain incentives like 7-year market exclusivity. So that's the reason why if you look at the market size for brain cancer therapy, as it used to be before the primary drug went generic in 2012, it used to generate $400 million in sales, about $900 million worldwide. And we do believe that with our new approach, we can at least recapture some of those sales, maybe even grow the market, because we do believe that our implantable wafer is superior to an oral tablet.
Wow, so tell me about some of your other treatments. I heard you're developing something for Parkinson's disease as well.
That's correct. We have a collaboration ongoing with UCSF, that's the University of California in San Francisco. So what we're doing there is using our branch point neurosurgical delivery device to deliver stem cell treatment for Parkinson's patients.
Wow.
So in Parkinson's, you have patients, they lack a certain type of cells, and with the stem cell treatment, you try to either slow down the process or even recover some of that function. And using our branch point device, it allows the accurate targeting of those effective areas with a single penetration, because with our device, you only need one brain penetration versus what's typically used today is a regular steel syringe where some Parkinson's patients received up to 15 brain penetrations with a higher risk of bleeding and stroke.
Wow. So what are your plans going forward? Tell me about some of your milestones that we can expect in the near future.
So if you look at our brain cancer program today, we're about to request a pre-IND meeting with the FDA, which is a meeting where you present your development plans to the US Food and Drug Administration, and you discuss your plans, you get feedback from them, which allows you to make your drug development process more efficient. And then you can file what's called an IND and start a clinical trial. That's where we are with our brain cancer program. In terms of the Parkinson's program with the delivery of stem cells, we had a pre-IND meeting with the FDA about 2 months ago. We're in the process of refining our development program after we receive feedback and start our first initial animal studies with our bench point device.
Oh, good. Good luck on that. I hope it really comes through and helps a lot of people.
Okay, thank you very much.
Thank you so much, George. If you would like to learn more about Accurexa, visit Accurexa.com or newtothestreet.com.